Well, I don't know what makes my music my music. I'm not conscious of it. I mean, I write music because I feel it's inside and I have to write it down. Of course, there are much music inside me that I don't want to write it down because it doesn't. I don't want people to listen to it. But I think other people should judge. They know better, I think, what makes my music sounds like that, like my music. What we learn during our younger years, when we learn how to compose and everything, was analyzing other people's music. We analyzed Stravinsky, Beethoven, Bach, especially Bach, because he was, I think, the most versatile composer of all time. Mahler, about everything, how they solved their own problems in making big structures, in making counterpoint, in everything. And so they have different kinds of solutions for the musical problems. And of course, I can say that during my younger years, my music sounds like this or like this, like this. But now, fortunately, maybe I can say that my music doesn't sound like this or like that. My music, I just write it down, and of course, it has problems. It has things which are written down unconsciously, and there are things which are written consciously. Especially the unconscious ones are when we begin a piece. I know how usually the music, the structure of it, especially in operas, because opera is based on a story, a libretto. And of course, I know if the story ends, sad ending or a climax or whatever, and what happens then. So of course, in a way, it's easier to write operas because the structure is determined by the story, the existing story. But then the problem starts when we write abstract music, music for orchestra or music for piano. We know the duration, but what happens in those duration? So many unconscious things creep into it. For example, I remember once there was a 5-time sound of a bell, because it was 5 in the morning already. I just heard the bell. I had an old clock upstairs, and 5 o'clock, and I was so immersed, and I thought, and suddenly it's just there. I slept after that, and when I woke up, I looked and hey, where does this 5 notes come from? And I analyzed consciously, and I thought, hey, I think it's because of the 5 dings, 5 dongs upstairs. So yeah, we can talk a lot about this, how conscious and unconscious writing music is, but it's just so difficult. There are so much things which remains a mystery in writing music and in listening to music too. Why does certain music move us and certain music don't? I don't know either. There are some very nice pop music which always move me, and some great masterpieces of classical music which I'm completely indifferent to after listening to it.